Hello, my name is Shannon Jenkins. I am 21 years old and I am an Associates of Science major. Ethics is the study of morals, good and bad. It defines who we are as people and how we see the world. How you were raised is a big part in how you view ethics and how you use them. It affects our values, our judgments, and our actions. Ethics and morals have always been a big part of my life. I grew up in church and I was taught how to be godly and how to treat others and how to follow rules. And they taught me how to think for myself. And I like to think that's why I no longer go to church. Growing up, there was a man in my church who had grown up in church his whole life. Ever since he was a child, been a member since almost birth. His whole family went, and he came out as homosexual in 11th grade, and the entire church completely excommunicated him. And I just really saw that as kind of horrifying almost. That was one of the reasons that I decided I didn't want to go to church anymore. Another reason would be the pastor's son, when he turned 18, decided that he wanted to go out and live life himself. And he had a little too much fun and wound up with a child out of marriage. And the pastor completely ignored the fact that he had a grandchild, wouldn't claim the child as his own grandchild, and never talked about his son for years. And I just really think that is not, if you're going to teach us to love everyone, then don't show us that you don't love everyone, you know? Anyway, so far in class, we've been explaining and giving names to things that we're pretty familiar with. We all have a sense of right and wrong, which is our own sense of morality. We've all argued and made statements without knowing that it was backed fundamentally by ethics. And we've learned how to more efficiently combat weak arguments, and we've learned the names of fallacies we come in contact with every single day. Right now, I am still undecided with my career. I have been thinking about getting into psychology, which uses ethics in a lot of different ways. I could use it in maybe if I go into therapy, understanding my patients more, why they made the decisions they made, seeing exactly how I can better understand them and how they think. Or I could go into teaching and maybe like dive into the minds of some serial killers and use ethics to explain why they did what they did. Or maybe even using superheroes as examples, like maybe Batman, why he became a superhero, because his parents, what was his fundamental values there, you know? His parents were murdered and he became a superhero from it. How do you apply ethics to that? Also, if I don't go into psychology, I'm thinking about going into chemistry, which I'm not sure ethics would really work in chemistry, except for maybe arguing against some religious aspects and maybe understanding people's reasonings for them. Science is proof, and you can't really argue with proof. It's more like math, where there is an answer. There always is an answer. You don't get to choose your answer. The answer is more given to you. As of now, I am an Associates of Science major. Ethics can be used in everyday situations, like in the classrooms or at work or at home with your family. Ethics is almost completely universal. Every class that I'm in could potentially use ethics, whether it's something taught in class or debating whether or not you should cheat or if you should turn someone else in for cheating. Ethics is a really great thing to study if you plan on working with people, which most of us are. Even if it doesn't apply to your specific field, you will without a doubt encounter an ethical dilemma sometime in your life. And knowing the basics of ethics will ultimately help you be a better, more logical person, and maybe even a more open-minded person in the long run. So that is my reasons for enjoying this class and enjoying the information that I'm receiving and how I could use it towards my career and the rest of my life. Thank you for watching my video. Good night.